Alright, what we're going to do now is put on the arm sock. And you're going to put it on, unless if you've already have it on, then you're fine. Make sure the stitching you just did is facing you, not facing your hand. Because we're going to do one more thing to the stitching itself. So, okay, now, I should have done this on the other hand. Oh well. You're going to take your clear nail polish and you're going to paint your clear nail polish over the seams that you just sewed. What this is going to do is it's going to make it so that way you are, nothing will break, nothing will mess up, so you never have to worry about fixing your arm socks. But like I said earlier, clear nail polish is going to be your best friend when it comes to cosplays. It's going to feel weird. If you want to wear gloves at this point, you can. Because from this point on, it's going to be painting, painting, and more painting. And then hairspray. Alright, so you have your entire hand nail polish painted. So, next step. Take your arm sock off. Flip it around. So that way the ugly edge, which is the edge that you sewed yourself, is facing your hand. And the other side is facing out. If you're wearing any jewelry, take it off. Big suggestion. Yeah, that was not fun. Alright, so get some water in here. And I have two different brushes. One's going to be for the baby powder and one is for the paint. So mix it. This is where you would really want your gloves if you were going to wear gloves. And I don't, because I like to take my gloves off and be like, oh, I'm gray. So you just start painting. Even your where your nails would be, paint everything. Because your nails are going to go on last. Because it'll make it, once everything dries, then you put the nails on. That way everything is invisible. And you don't have to worry about getting gray paint all over your beautifully painted nails like you do when you're painting your skin. So, as you can see, I'm just painting the areas. You're going to have to keep adding water to it every so often. If you're doing what I'm doing and just using a little squirt bottle, I would suggest just a little bit of water at a time. Because if you douse it, it's going to be way too runny for your own good, and it's not going to look right. So you just keep painting until you have what you want done. And I will see you guys once the painting is completed. Okay, so now you have your arm painted. You're ready for your next step. What is the biggest rule with homestucks? If you said I don't know, I don't know what to think of you anymore. However, if you said seal, 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 you are right. What I do is I take the lid of my snazaroo container. I do baby powder first. So put the baby powder in the lid. I just start with a little bit at first. See? Whoopsie. I'll clean that later. I just got baby powder all over my laptop. Okay. As you can see, there's not that much in there. Doing it better this time. what I do is I take my other brush. I have a bigger brush for baby powder. Just take the baby powder and start brushing. Just keep brushing. Just keep going. There's no other way to say this. You just baby powder, baby powder, baby powder, baby powder. Everywhere. Everywhere there's paint. Don't forget between your fingers. Never forget between your fingers. Especially if you're doing this and you're just painted your own arm instead of an arm sock. Also, the good thing about the baby powder is sometimes when you put it on too thick or whatever. So the baby powder actually tends to lighten it a little bit. Especially if you put more in one area. It'll lighten it just a smidge. Once you're baby powdered, take your hairspray. I like to use both because combining the two together really seals and protects. I would never, ever, don't spray your face with hairspray to seal the paint on your face. Baby powder it, and if you do not just spray. I don't want to find out someone got hurt that way. So, what you do, put this up a little more. Just take it and you just start spraying your arm everywhere. It'll take a minute. If you're doing what I'm doing and it's just connected, it's just connected, you don't have like gloves or anything on underneath, you'll feel stiff for a minute. Your hand will feel stiff for a little bit. And then after a bit, you'll get all feeling back. So, sometimes after you hairspray, you have to touch up a couple areas, which I do. Which happens. So, what you do is you just touch up that spot. Sometimes you will get a couple spots that'll get extremely light after you hairspray. But if you have to touch up a spot, never, ever forget to seal. You have to seal. You don't want to get gray on someone else. If you go to hug them or they go to hug you, you don't want their cosplay turning gray. That would be horrible. Unless if they want to be a crossover between Homestuck and their character.
Paint your face gray with fabric paint.
Oh my god, one of my friends did that and they couldn't get it off for they were working on getting paint off for hours. That's another thing. Don't ever use fabric paint or acrylic paint or whatever paint to paint your face gray. Snazaroo, Bill Nye, face paint. I don't care. As long as it's not real paint. And my friend knows I'm talking about them. So yes, I will not say your name. I'm good like that. Alrighty, so you have your arms painted, your arms sewn, baby powdered and hairsprayed. Sealed, yes. Now, your next step, you're going to want your gloves on at this point. As you can kind of see, I do have them on. As you can hear. So, the reason why is you have to now put on your nails, because you can't really go nailless to a convention. That's unthinkable. Kanaya would kill me. A lot of characters would kill us if we did that. Kanaya, Flavio, Rarity, just naming 3.